guys and girls? I am Mystery from NYC, and if you are new to the channel, I want to welcome you. On today's episode, we will be rocking the 2023 Sur-Ron Light B. We are going to be testing out the battery. It is equipped right now with a 60 volt, 42 amp hour battery from Powerful Lithium. I took it for a ride a few days ago. I got in a good 30 miles before I stopped and charged. The downside to testing the range is sometimes you want to run it until that battery completely is exhausted, and then you'll need somebody to come pick you up. I don't have anyone available right now to pick me up, so we will just be doing a scientific conversion style range test by voltage. This bike was at 66 volts. Let me screenshot this. When we started, we were at 66 volts. I rode from my house to the bridge. That's about 2 miles, maybe a little bit longer. I'm at 63.25 volts at 80%. Been running the Relive app. So I was mistaken, at 3.5 miles so far. All right, so without any further ado, let's get into this one. All right, I'm not alone in this ride. I am with Electric Santito over here. Electric Santito will be rocking the Spark CycleWorks Javelin, and he'll be giving us his opinion on the ride of this bad boy. Hey, what happened to your front fender? Chris had something to do with that. All right, let's get out of here. Where we going? 9W Market again? Let's go. All right, let's go. Hey yo, what happened to that turn signal, bro?
No comment.
We're gonna have to get that surveillance footage. It's cold. Santito lent me some heated gloves. He's got on a heated vest. He's turning it on right now. We're also testing out the mesh communication on the XGPX10 today, and then I'll have a review on an affordable Bluetooth communications device for all of you. All right, back to the ride. We have made it all the way up to Fort Lee. We're gonna have some coffee over here by the Paris Baguette. I am at 26%, resting at 55.6 volts. And let's see how many miles I've done since I left my house. 24.3 miles. All right, but we're gonna finish this because the mileage to me is kind of low, but I want to see my top speed and the elevation. Because I know that'll play a factor. So this will be range test PL bat 60 volts, 42 amp hours. And let's see, let's save that activity and let's check it out. What are we doing over here?
Can I leave the plug in? I'm at 57%.
Alright, so my top speed was 49 miles per hour. Elevation, where's elevation on this thing? Elevation, alright, was 656 feet. I'm gonna reach out to V and tell him what we've seen and what he thinks, give us his opinion and we'll wrap this up in a minute. So we are leaving the Paris Baguette. We had some coffee. I forgot to document that, but take my word for it, the coffee here is great. If you're in the area, visit Paris Baguette and try out their cappuccino. It's really good. And I'm sitting on my bike waiting for Santito to suit up, and I noticed more damage on the Javelin. Sure. Look at the side panel. Yo, talk about ventilation. All right, so some serious testing has been going on here at Powerful Lithium. Now I really need the surveillance footage.
Oh my god, bro.
All right, so all jokes aside, we are going back to the ride. I'm on my way to Powerful Lithium now. We'll meet up with V, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about the range that I got so far on this battery. All right, Santito, so you've been riding this around for approximately 27, maybe 30 miles now, and I'm just curious, what are your thoughts? How do you like it? Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, first of all, the seat is super comfortable seat, and everything else has been smooth. Acceleration smooth, the bike rolls very nice, very quiet. All the controls, the display, I'm a fan. I love all the pretty switches.
Are you utilizing the Apple CarPlay at all?
I did connect, but right now I'm on the mode just to see what I have.
Okay.
Volt wise, but yeah, so you could always switch over to the CarPlay.
How is the acceleration?
Acceleration is nice and smooth. It's not gonna, right now, I'm sure it could be tuned more to give you more torque, but right now it's smooth, man. I feel it nice and easy on the throttle and just go.
And braking ability, how are those brakes?
Right now the brakes are hard. I don't know if regen is active.
Right.
If it is, I don't know if it's this button, but
yeah,
I haven't really tried it
there's
yet.
supposed to be regen here, so I guess we can reach out to Matt and ask him about that function.
But these brakes, I mean, they feel like motorcycle brakes.
Suspension, talk about that suspension.
Oh, that goes along with the seat. Very comfortable, man. Smooth over the bumps, no problems, steady.
Now, probably the #1 question on everybody's mind is, how fast does this bad boy go? So, I know we didn't do a speed test, but let's do that now. Can you open up the Relive app on your phone and let's get in a speed test so that we can see what the top speed on a production Javelin will be. All right, beautiful. So we're ready. All right, speed test in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so I am at Powerful Lithium and I am curious as to what V has to say about what we covered today.
So we're talking about Sur-Round battery, Powerful Lithium 60 volt, 42 amp hours high discharge battery. So in this case we have battery that is fully charged 67 volts. You started at around 65.3. You made how many miles? 26.3 miles on that battery. You spend 9.7 volts, which is great. I would say you spend like 50% battery for 26 miles. As I remember, on the stock battery, if you're going like ripping 45, 50 miles an hour, I think you can make it maximum 30 miles. I think even less, but depends. Again, someone, you know, maybe super light and maybe can make it more, or flat surface, but you had like 600 fits elevation.
Yeah,
so
for this,
for this
on the stock, being that you brought up the stock, I did a range test on the stock battery. I did 10 miles in eco mode and 19 miles in sport mode.
And you accomplished 30 miles, let's say.
29 miles, yeah. About 29 miles.
Good. And this time you rode in the sport mode, right?
Old sport mode, yeah.
Sport mode, and you made
26.3,
26 miles, and top speed is 49.
Average. Yeah, it was full.
Really
full
ripping.
Yeah, we were ripping.
Which is good. It's impressive results. For like 10 volts, you made 26 miles. And our battery can go all the way up to 42 volts.
Down, right?
Down.
That was my biggest
And you ended
fear.
on 55.
Right. But,
So at least you had like 10, like 12, 13 volts extra to spend.
but that was my fear.
I know, but problem is with the surround controller,
Right.
I'm not sure. I know like X160 controller can use 60 volt and 48 volt. In this case, you will be able to use basically on the X160 controller our battery all the way down on 42 volts.
42
for the
or 48?
42 volts is
42
minimum
volts?
voltage on our
Okay, okay.
battery.
No, but on the stock controller
On the
from
stock
X160?
controller, no, this is this is surround. It's not
Right.
X160. X160 bike is 48 volt.
Okay.
It's not 60 volt. That's why I'm saying, and that can handle also 60 volt and 48. That controller, I'm sure it can go all the way down, even below 42.
Right.
But battery will cut off.
But not mine.
I don't know yours, so I really don't know. I never use stock surround, so I never know like what's the cutoff on the stock surround. I believe that is minimum 48 volt, minimum.
Okay. So
And it's very possible it could go below that also. In your case, if we say it's 48 volt minimum, you still had
7 volts.
8 volts.
But I was scared with those 7 volts. I didn't want to gamble or take the chance and not make it to 9W.
That's what I always like suggest to our customers. I always promise amp hour per mile, which is in this case you should be able to accomplish all day long.
Okay.
Because you had 42 amp hour battery, you made 26. You still had 13, 14 miles to make it, and I believe
And
you
that's
could make
actually
it.
the distance, I think.
Yes.
About 13 miles
Yes.
from where we were.
And I believe you could make it even more. Again, just holding off because of controller, because I really don't know what's the minimum cutoff on the 60 volt stock surround controller. Maybe we should try that next time and see how down we can go.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna do that.
I would have, but Santos didn't have the tow cable, so I just didn't want to take a chance.
Next time, have it with you, be ready or charge or
And just
whatever.
ride it until it dies.
Ride it out until it dies. So just that we can say on the stock surround controller, like I said, I really don't know.
Right.
I don't want to mislead anyone. So I believe that can go below that. I believe.
Sounds cool. So I'll be more prepared next time, and we'll do another.
Yeah, another
range
range, but definitely with the 42 amp hours, which is very important part with 42 amp hour battery with Molicel made P50 P42A. That is actually stock compartment fitment. So you don't need anything extensive. You just remove your old battery, slap this
it
one,
in.
and you're good to go.
Right.
And what's good is, at this moment, let's say you as a rider on stock, you're happy with 40 miles, 45, whatever, 49 miles an hour top speed. But when you have Molicel pack with 42 amp hours, the discharge rate up to 450 amps, eventually you feel that you need more torque, more speed. Then you just change controller later on, and you're still good to go. You don't need to do any crazy modifications, not crazy spend after you already spent money.
Right.
So that's why what I like with this kind of setup, who is on the fence,
Right.
what to do, this
You
is
can
great.
slowly, gradually upgrade.
Eventually you upgrade either way, Torps, Ocean, Fat Driver, ASI, whatever. Whatever, it's possible, and you can use with this battery and same control, same motor, but better controller, and you're good to go with the upgrades in the future. So once you spend money, you still keep that battery, unless you really want to do some crazy upgrade, and then you switch into 72 volts.
Right.
And what I like with this battery is actually smaller than stock fitment. So for the stock fitment, we're preparing just now even bigger battery on 60 volt. So
What are you looking at? 50 or?
Well, we'll see.
More.
51. I think actually 51 is the same as stock. This one is less than stock, shorter.
Right.
I think I need to check. new design that we did recently. I think 51 fits perfect in stock compartment. You don't need to do anything.
No modifications.
Yes, and then you have crazy 540 amps discharge, which is
a lot. Crazy.
Too much.
No, it's not. It's good.
What you trying to do?
What was it? To the moon, remember?
Yes,
To
that's
the
on
moon.
72 or 88.
Oh, okay. All right,
But
so
I think
you're happy.
these results, they're good.
Okay, good.
And you see difference between stock battery and upgrade battery. You see difference. That's important. Like I always say, from this view, let's say, sale perspective and customer perspective, I always like to say both parties need to be happy. You're purchasing product, what you're gaining in return. You're gaining better speed, better range, and eventually if you change your control, you're getting better speed and torque as well.
That's right.
So that's why I like to say both parties need to be happy. Company that sells product and customer who purchased the product makes everyone happy.
How long am I gonna be able to use this battery?
Maybe 2-3 days more.
Okay.
I know that's not.
That
the
doesn't
answer
give
that
me
you
enough
like it.
enough time.
I know this is not the answer that you like to hear, but
No, we'll work on it. No. You mentioned controller. I wasn't even thinking about it.
no, this is good actually. Now you're gonna like it this, and then we put you back on your stock, and then you're gonna appreciate.
I'm gonna be miserable.
No, then people appreciate. I like always when people having their stock bike, using for a little bit, and then they do upgrade. I don't like when people do like they
Straight
purchase
right off the
bike and they give us to do upgrade.
They don't appreciate
They
it.
not appreciate anything because they already, oh, this is normal. No, it's not more normal. You're supposed to use and then jump into this, and then you know difference.
That's right.
It's big difference.
Huge difference. All right, V, like always, thank you so much for taking the time.
Very
I
welcome.
appreciate it. Until the next one.
Safe.
Thank
Don't
you.
forget, like, share, and subscribe. Peace.
I hope this video gives you just a taste of what a 60 volt 42 amp hour battery from Powerful Lithium can do. Hopefully if you're planning on doing an upgrade, that is definitely the way to start. You start off with your battery and you work your way up with the components that you need. I'm out of time. I'm back here where it all started. I have to go to work, so this is where we say goodbye. If you guys enjoyed this video, like always, don't hesitate, smash that like button, leave a comment. I get back to everybody, and if you want to, please subscribe. So until the next video, peace out, everybody.